All right, now we already have Frauke here.
Welcome, everybody.
No, you're good. You're good. Ah,
Secret, of course.
Frauke, where are you from?
I'm from Germany, basically. From the middle of Germany, from Kassel exactly.
From Kassel.
Yes. But I'm born in
Why
the north.
you born?
Yes.
Why you are here in good school?
Because I made so many friends during the documentary. I was doing the assistant for Eric. He was running the house, the Fotografer.
Mhm.
And so I met many people in good school because good
Mhm.
school was there in the ground floor of the Fotografer. And we had this good kitchen area in the backyard. So we were hanging out all the time, talking, playing, making fun, and that's why I'm here actually. I wanted to see all my friends again, as you also.
That's good. Thank you so much to be here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I really remember that when my first time. Of course, we already meet on Zoom,
True.
right?
Before, right?
Before,
Right.
like a couple months before
Yes,
the
exactly.
exhibition. But when I go there with Ale and
Mhm.
Rifki, go there, and then we have to prepare all the stuff, open the crates, all the crate, and you are help us to do that. And actually, you doing really well, so much.
Oh,
Help us to fix everything, prepare everything, even something that you don't have to do it, you want to do it. I mean,
you want to know why I did it?
why?
Because I think when you're bringing something to people, it always comes back. Even when you're bringing something out good,
Mm,
it's everything in life is actually a circle. So when you're bringing something, it will come back to you anyway. And if you bring something bad out, it will also come back to you. I believe in
yeah,
karma somehow. So maybe this is the reason why I'm usually always do something a little bit more than I have to do. And also because of this work, for me it was I spent a long time in India, like before I went to the documentary, and this was my first job
okay.
also. And I learned a lot from the habit and from the culture from there because everybody there is just doing a little bit more than you usually need to do. And for me, it's like it's a natural way of habit how I want to live. Actually, yes. For me, it's a kind of a natural thing. I think. Yeah.
So it's affect you a lot, yeah.
It affects me a lot. I think because I was raised up very Catholic from my dad, and so he always said to me, "Be good to the people, and the people will be good to you." So yeah, I'm since I'm 4 years old, I just have this in my mind. So yeah,
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 that's very good value, yeah.
yeah. I think he teach me something really value. Yes, I recognize this now, right? But I'm becoming older and older.
Yeah, sure, sure. Now you are here.
Mhm.
How many days already you here?
Oh, I think 1.5 weeks now.
1.5 week.
1.5 weeks, I think so. I'm not sure because the time is running fast, and actually, I'm also losing my feeling for time so
Okay.
much because I'm just going into a flow. And when you are in a flow and you're just waking up and you're just getting everything what you can get in the day, and you're not like making any plans. Maybe this is the reason when you can go into a flow, because when you're not thinking too much and you're just waking up and everything what is coming to you, and you can take the opportunities because you're free or you have no any expectations or something, it just happened naturally somehow.
Mm,
Yeah, so that's why I'm forgetting the time.
that's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's very great, I think. And I also learned this from you actually, because or from many people here, right? They're just waking up, right? Having a coffee, having a smoke, and then start the day very easily and very slowly. So yeah,
You think that's good?
I think that's very good, right?
Very
Because
good.
when I'm back in Germany, people waking up and they already have like a full plan for
Mm.
the full day. And I think this really makes your stress in your mind, because when you're waking up and okay, I need to do 10 things in a day, sometimes you're getting
Mm.
exhausted before you start something, right? Start with something tiny, I think, and drinking a coffee is something really tiny, or drinking a tea or whatever, having a cigarette, whatever. It's just tiny step.
But I heard that you have many plans before coming here.
Oh, really? Ah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I have like a plan to do something about the nickel mining, or like to actually understand what's actually happening here right now. Because in Germany, there's this big idea of a Green Deal. So yeah, I mean, I have an interest to understand something. But
Mhm.
even this is just happening naturally. If I just push it too hard, it will not work out somehow. Even if I want to go somewhere and I want to learn something, it takes some time to understand, right? So if I just push it too hard, it will not happen anyway. So
Yes.
yeah, that's why.
Yes.
And also, I can learn a lot from just observing, because I'm a photographer. So anyway, I'm looking through the world by observation. So for me, it's the way of I want to see the world. Mostly when I'm doing photography, I'm sitting in a corner, just watching the streets, watching the people before I take any kind of photo.
Mhm.
So even if I want to understand the situation, just sit down and watch. That's my natural habit, I think. Yeah.
Mm. That is good. So why nickel?
Why nickel?
Why you interested in nickel and come
Wow.
to Indonesia?
Yeah. That's actually a good question. I think because of the documentary. Because the documentary actually used many cars from Volkswagen, like electric cars, and even
Okay.
you and me, when we went
Yeah.
to
Yes, we
taking
using that kind of electrical car, and we are worried about is it the battery enough
exactly
for bring back
bring us
home?
back home. Yes.
Ah, crazy.
Yeah, we were taking a Brompton ride, so
Yeah.
yeah, we had some worryings, of this taking us home again. Yeah, and I mean, also because the documentary was inviting Ruan Rupa, and Volkswagen is actually the biggest sponsor of the documentary as well. Maybe this is something that I observed, and that's why I started thinking about the electric mobile industry in Europe, or
Mm.
even happening right now in the world. And my father also, he was working for Volkswagen, so
Oh yeah.
I'm grown up with lots of Volkswagen advertisement. He was putting like little Volkswagen cars on the Christmas tree and stuff like
Oh
that,
yeah.
and he was always like wearing a shirt with the Volkswagen logo. So
So
I'm
it's
just
like a Volkswagen is already in your
it's
blood.
already in my blood somehow. Exactly. So yeah, I was thinking about this already, and then I was thinking about is this really like the solution? So if the Green Deal really green, right? So and when I watched Google Earth,
Mhm.
because it's already so easy to see something without going somewhere, I just saw, okay, there are many green islands, which is actually for me green, right? And then you see the nickel mining, it becomes orange. So for
Mm.
me, the Green Deal is maybe not the Green Deal; it's more like an orange deal. But let's see. I have no idea why this is coming to me. It's just like a belly feeling somehow that
Mm.
maybe I want to know something more
Mm.
about it.
Mm.
Also because the Volkswagen family, they always saying they are a family, right?
Mm.
But where's this family stopping, right? Like where's the border of this family? Is the border of this family in Germany, or where's, because I mean we acting globally, right? So when we when we're thinking about industries, basically, and we're thinking about trading, it's a global thing and not just a European thing or something like this. So if we really want to understand, I think we need to move and we need to go somewhere to understand it really well.
Mm.
That's why I want to bring the end of the value chain, which is actually nickel, because you need nickel for I forgot it. You need the nickel for all these electric batteries.
Yes, sure.
You need to understand where it's actually coming from to bring it back, and then maybe you can see uh, if this is really the solution or not. But yeah, let's see what's coming out. I have no
Mm.
idea, right?
Mm.
Because I need to go there first and then see.
So what I can understand,
Mhm.
that's going like a long research.
Yes. Usually I do research for like 2 years or something.
Mm.
It takes some time until you really understand the issue. So I did once a research about movements of industry, and it took me 2 years until I understand that the moving is always a wave, right? It's always going up and down and up and down, and it's a
Mm.
wave in a circle, right? So
Yeah,
it's still a
yeah,
circle, but it's
yeah.
it's a wavy thing, right? And it's not just something that I have in my mind from the beginning. It happens through research. It happens through talking to people. It happens through seeing and understanding something, and it takes time for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Please tell me more about your uh, pre-data that you already know about Indonesia and
Uh-huh.
nickel.
Ah.
What makes you interested?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Actually, what I'm really interested in is that the Pate Vale is like a big company, and I talked to Aqua. So Aqua is living in Sulawesi. He's a part of the Riwanwa, and
Marijuana, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And he told me a lot about how Pate Vale is actually giving to the village people land, houses, and everything like this. But on the other hand, they taking the land from, so it's like a paradox thing. So they're giving them something, but on the other hand, they're also taking something. So I want to understand the movement of this actually, because it's never black or white, right?
Mhm.
So it's you can't say it's bad or it's good, because the
Yes.
people, or like the village people over there, he told me they really appreciate that they're getting this land and they're getting the houses and everything, because it's increasing the infrastructure somehow,
Yes.
and even the education for the people is becoming better and better and better. But on the other hand, when, for example, the male worker of the family, he's passing away, they need to give their house back, right, to the company. So it's not really something that they can build on, right? So I really want to understand, like, what's actually the idea of this big company, because um, they, of course, they're giving them infrastructure, but in a capitalistic way, right? So they on the other hand, they're destroying maybe the culture and everything, because this idea of having a house, having a car, having some finance, in the, or like some money in the pocket, um, yeah, maybe they forgetting that they already have so much, right? Like cultural things, or the tribes that actually, still having a natural ecosystem somehow. And as I can see in Europe, for example, the movement is so strong that people are getting more individual, and they forgetting maybe also about their cultural habits, or maybe about the ecosystem at least. So they're more individual acting persons, instead of working together. And I think we're losing also something on the other hand, when we, putting like big industries somewhere. And yeah, but let me see, I have no idea right now what's going on, right? Because
Yeah.
I haven't been there until now, so I will go there maybe in like 2 weeks or something, for a longer
Okay.
time, for like 4 weeks.
Mm.
First I will just hang out with them, drinking tea, stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Because
Sure.
they need to accept me first.
Sure.
And because I'm coming from somewhere, and they probably will not understand why I want to go there and why I want to see the nickel mining, at least.
Yeah.
And for me, it's more interesting to compare these. When I'm doing photography over there, I will just not taking photography. I will bring this photography back to Germany. I will compare it with the Volkswagen archive. So I will try to understand the history, like the past that we already had in Europe. So where actually everything is coming from, and then comparing it with the photography from today, and maybe we can see a difference, or we can see something in the pictures when we're comparing something together, right? So it's not just the photography about the nickel mining. So it's also old material from the archive from the Volkswagen company, and maybe then we can understand that we have like a global connection together somehow. But yeah, let's see.
Okay.
Also, there's a big question mark if Volkswagen is letting me in the archive.
Of course.
Yes, of course, because they're
Yo.
super big.
This is serious.
It's a very serious question. So yeah, and maybe also the companies, they don't want that you're going too deep, or that you're
Sure.
digging too deep into something.
Yes.
So I have no idea.
Yeah, it's very interesting thought that, yeah, we know now, we're thinking that electrical vehicle is a solution for now.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. We don't have to use fuel anymore. We use electricity. But and then this industry make a battery, and
Exactly.
battery need nickel.
Exactly.
So there is some nickel mine.
course.
and
Yes.
then new land being open for that. New
Mhm,
culture will be happen there,
mhm, mhm.
being
Also, you're
affected.
destroying so many forests, right?
Yeah,
And you need
that's
the
so.
forest for cleaning the air and everything.
So is
Yeah.
it good or not?
So who can say that, right?
Yeah,
So who? That's a
who
good
can say
question.
that anyway? This is
Yeah.
bad or this is it's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think also many artists, researcher also curious about this too, right?
Yes, exactly. I met
Yeah.
Mohammed Fadli already. He's
Mm,
like one of the most famous photographers in Indonesia.
mm.
And we will have a meeting maybe on Saturday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, or maybe on Sunday, maybe today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think I can learn a lot from the people who already, got involved into the politics and into the structure, because I can't tell anything about the Indonesian politics, right? I can just, compare it with the politics in Europe. And maybe this is where how we can start, right? Making like a dialogue about something.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea about, the colonial system that you already,
Mm.
which is actually still happening, because when we thinking about global connections and global trade and stuff like that, it's still colonization, right? So it's it's not really the end of something.
Okay.
It's
So,
just continuing somehow.
yes.
So if I want to talk about it, I need to have like a dialogue. I need to talk
Yes.
to someone, and who actually is more involved and also grown up in this culture, right? I
Mm.
can just talk about my own culture somehow, because I'm born in this. So the to have like communication about something, this is maybe the key, right? Not just to go somewhere and take something. It's more about learning from each other, right? It's like a constantly
Yeah.
uh, talking and communication about something, and maybe then in the end we will find out. Yeah.
After this project, I think you cannot going back to your home again.
You mean, yeah? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's yeah, that actually already happened to me once, right? So
Yeah.
because in my master degree I did like a research about leather factories in India,
Mm.
and when I came back to Germany, I had so much guilt in my heart, right? Because I saw that we actually shifted all the toxic industries in the 70s to India.
Mm.
And for me, I had like a really hard time because I became kind of depressive. So I went to a doctor, like
Mm.
to go over all these memories and
Mm.
stuff like that, because it's just horrible to see that we're just starting shifting, instead of solving problems together, right? It's just
Mm.
always pushing the shift button on the I don't know, computer system, like
Mm.
the algorithm, instead of trying to fix something. We're just putting something in an invisible area, right? So it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it makes you sick somehow, for sure.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I think you or me, from in my case, I started thinking about it. I will help no one when I'm staying at home and being depressive. So I started, okay, maybe I just do new work, maybe I just continuing with what I'm already did, because you can't feel guilty for all the things all the time. If you
Mm.
really want to change something, just go again, do it
Yeah.
again, tell the people again,
Yes,
try to
true.
make connections again. Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna change.
Yes.
I'm gonna change the
Direction.
the angle.
The anger.
Mm.
Be angel.
Maybe I need some water, huh? Because of the coffee, I'm still like, good. Ah,
Cool, huh?
Crazy angle.
Crazy
nice,
angle.
good. Far away.
So okay, we finish about nickel.
Yes, good,
Otherwise,
good.
we going too deep.
Exactly. And there's, I didn't take it so far. So.
Yeah. Last night
Mhm.
you having a party, right?
Oh, I had a party. That's why I have a headache and my voice is not that good, because I was smoking too much and I was in the mosh pit all the time.
With you, yeah.
With Kevin, exactly, like a friend over there. Yeah, it was nice. It was very nice. It's a different party than I usually go to, because they are more like getting together, they singing together, and
Mm.
it's more interacting to each other. When I'm going to a techno party in Germany, it's basically I'm dancing on my own, right? It's like I'm being in myself, right? And I'm like dancing like this or something. And when I'm going here to a party, it's more about interaction, feeling together, living together,
Yeah.
celebrating together, smiling together. And I really appreciate it, actually. It was so much fun. Just diving with the people together, like fluently, right? You can really rest in the mosh pit. That's, really a nice thing. You can just rest. You can go for a party and resting. So I loved it.
Yeah. You are really happy, yeah, here.
I'm happy. I'm really happy here.
That's good.
Yes, I can say that. It makes me happy to be with people together and to
Mm.
have like connection with people together and just feeling home somehow,
Yeah.
right? Because what is the feeling of being home? I think being home means that you can rest together with people and that you don't need to think too much about yourself because you can feel safe, right?
Mm-mm.
So if I'm staying with you, for example, and we're having like a conversation like this, usually I'm not doing interviews because I'm very nervous and even now I'm sweating. But when I'm sitting with you, it feels like very nice, right? Because I know you will never judge me, right? So it's fine. And yeah, and sometimes even when I'm back in Europe, I always feel like a lonely wolf, right? And
Mm.
now I can be a dolphin. If you ask me like this, I can just be a little dolphin, enjoying my family, and it's very nice. That's why I'm happy.
That's good. You also like we made a lot in castle in when it's documenta.
Mhm.
Uh, you do nongkrong, you do in the good kitchen, and now you are here
Yes.
living in here in good school,
Mhm.
meet many people.
Mhm.
What do you think? What the difference that you can see from what happened in good school, what happened in castle,
Mhm.
and good school in here?
That's actually a good question. I think in Kassel there was so much misunderstanding somehow, so many rules as well. And I think rules are actually, yeah, it's really a good question because I remember that we always needed to stop the party at 10 in the night, right?
Yeah, sure.
Because there's, like
Only
a
until
cinema.
10.
Exactly. Even in my place, right? In the Federaziano. And you can't really go into flow when you have too many rules. It's stopping you from moving freely. And yeah, I think this ecosystem here is more about everybody can do what they want to do. And even if you have like a bad day, right? And sometimes, or like the first days when I came here with my jet lag and I had like a little flu and stuff like that, it was okay. It was totally fine, right? And sometimes I have the feeling back in Germany, I always need to be happy, right? And if I'm not happy, I should better stay at home, right? So maybe
Not
this
only
is
you to
not
be need
only
to
you,
be happy. Everyone need to be
everyone.
happy.
Yes, exactly. So if you're not happy, it's a problem,
There's a
right?
problem.
And I like to have the feeling that it's okay because people are not always happy, right?
Yeah.
To have to feel like the big, how you say, emotions, right? They're going from being sad to being happy, and in between there's so many different other emotions, right?
Mm.
And if you're just, trying to understand that everybody, can feel everything in any time, and you can accept everything, you start like a really tolerant kind of system, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's also because everybody was in a contract, right?
Mm.
Everybody was, doing like a proper job, right? And
Mm.
there's
Yeah.
not too much time for non-cron as well.
Yeah.
Or even,
What do you see in here about working, doing a job? What you see in here?
I think you're working constantly, but differently, right? So even if you, like example yesterday when I saw the Stupo
Mm.
appointment, it's actually taking along like a full day. So you're sitting together for like a long, 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 long time. But during this time, people, even can sleep or they can eat or they can just, go shortly out of the group and then they're going back, right? But they're still in the group together, and the work is going on because other people carrying you when you can't, and otherwise like in the other direction also. And for me and Eric, for example, when we were just two people, right? So we were two people for running the whole place, right? For doing like the whole production planning. So we needed to organize all the material. We needed to organize the time schedule. We needed to organize that everything is happening at the right time.
Yeah.
And when you can rest in the collective, you know, okay, if I can't do it today, there will be people who are actually going to do it because they may be understanding or they can even feel it because you're just aware about everybody who's
Yes.
in the same spot, right? And I think maybe
Sure.
this is a difference
Yeah.
between the hierarchy system or like putting responsibility just onto people and sharing the responsibility with maybe 10 or 20 people, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's a long.
Yeah. I can feel it. I can feel it. What Eric can feel because
Yeah.
I was like that too
Yes.
in Jakarta Biennale.
Uh-huh.
So I can feel, but I think also Eric's very much lucky to have you become the partner.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's balancing how to run the venue to set all the things. But Eric is good, very good,
He's very good in his job. Really.
because I can see he really good on that, and he know what's going on and what to do. Even he also can do with his bare hand to do to fulfill anything.
Yes.
So that's I respect also Eric.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course you too, mostly because you are very helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Actually, I had so much fun. Also, I remember when we went to this to getting this. Actually, I don't know the English word for it.
Yeah, the seatbelt.
Seatbelt, right?
Yes, the seatbelt.
Right? Because for me, it was also like a day trip, going out of the Friderizianum, just shortly, going somewhere, seeing something else, and going back. So it's like tiny things that you can do, and you can even change your perspective going out of your job and stuff like that.
Yes. Unfortunately, I losing the video.
This one, the video.
The video when we are taking all the.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh no.
I just have the last picture that we put it on the cap in the hood.
Yes.
And then take picture.
Oh no.
Actually, the whole process.
It's gone.
Gone. When I cut it, you cut it.
You cut. Oh no.
When the first time we come into the car junkyard, damn.
Yeah, but it was so much fun, no?
Yeah.
Because I'd never been on a place like this before. Me either.
Oh.
It was so much fun to see.
It
this
is.
place,
It is.
actually, right? Yeah.
I also never do like that because before I get the stock of the seat belt, I call someone who.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then he prepare for
Just
me
bring it.
and I buy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But here is very good experience to go to open the cars.
Maybe we should go again making a new video, no?
I think so.
I think so too.
Because here we don't really have like that because it's scattered. Like when it's already one car already junk, it's already being taken off partly.
It's already done.
Yeah. And then when go to the press facility, I almost the iron.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The tire already gone, and then.
Because you're recycling it, or
Yeah.
yes, of course they're going to use it again.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. It's also quite interesting because I think there's so much material everywhere, right? Just in stock.
Yeah, at least what is different if we are talking upcycling in here, the idea of upcycling or recycling, it's already done many years. But the motive is not the idea of we have to do it again.
Yes.
It's most of them just economical reason. This one still can be used, so we use it. or repair a bit, and then we can use it again, sell it again. We don't think about the environment actually, just practical things.
It's nice. But I think maybe this changed because you can't make too much money out of it, right?
Mm,
When you're repairing too much and when you're recycling too much, you
yeah,
can't make new capital.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also the good thing kan, it's waste for some people, and it's gold for
For other people.
yeah.
Exactly. As in your workshop, right?
Yes,
Collecting all these, how you say,
bottle cap.
bottle cap, right?
Mm.
And then just yesterday I was doing these earrings out of this bottle
Yeah,
cap.
that was good, very good loh.
And they actually, when I was doing this technique that you showed me, it became something like a like treasure somehow.
Really?
When I'm even using like a um,
This,
plastic that you can look through, right?
mm,
So transparent plastic, and you're putting the iron on it. It looks like a stone or like glass or something,
yes, yes.
and it's very beautiful because this material, which looks like rubbish, became something valuable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Saya sekarang di sini ya, biar lo muka lo kena ya. Boleh ya?
Oke, kembali lagi bersama saya.
Up. Wah, wah keren. Ya nggak apa-apa. Because now we are in Kuluk
In the little coffee shop.
Ube coffee shop, very famous coffee shop in good school.
And the best coffee ever, but I actually prefer the cold iced tea.
The cold iced tea.
Yes, or the lavender tea.
Oh yeah, because it's a special tea.
They put some syrup or something like this, right?
Mm.
I recognize it already. Very tasty.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the rain right now. It's crazy rain. I
Yeah.
need to say that. It's completely different rain. It's more like a river coming from the sky, right?
You can play again.
I can try again, having a shower in the rain. Yesterday we tried to fix the roof, and now it's. I think it worked out actually. Yeah.
I think it's because we don't have the roof. You know, there is a X roof over there, X roof,
Yes.
but in the middle here, they don't put anything. That's why everything goes down in the middle over there, right?
Right.
If there is a roof, maybe a bit divided, like or just through, direct go down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cleaning. This rain is always a cleaning process, I think. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Natural rest.
Hmm?
Natural
Yes.
resting time.
Okay. Is there any specific after a couple days here? You know, people in good school. You know, Uwe. You know, Miguel.
From the printing workshop.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Ami. So many people.
So
Hasrul.
yeah. So you just any idea for collaboration with them?
Yes, I have. I have so many ideas actually.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. I think we can really like do something together somehow, but also in that don't push it too far, right? Because it will also happen naturally. No?
True. True.
So it's if somebody has an idea or if somebody just needs some help, so it's I think it will happen naturally somehow, right? So Bonita is preparing this music festival for the weekend right now. And if she needs something or make maybe a poster or just preparing, for the aula or something, I'm totally to be in that, right? I just join it. That's fine. And on the other hand, there's already a collaboration we're going to preparing like a little zine with Miguel in the printing workshop, for the nickel mining. So we're going to do something over there, and also other people, they're thinking about maybe I can do some printings, or maybe I can do some painting, or even with this with the stufo, we can maybe create something together, furniture, or like maybe like a setup for an exhibition or something like this. So yeah, let's see what's going on, right? So I have few more days, few more weeks, I would say.
That's good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. And anyway, you are planning to stay a long time in Indonesia, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Just take your time.
Exactly.
You will find out many things. Not something anymore, but many things. Yeah.
Yes. I started actually, checking all these libraries, just reading a
Yeah.
lot, right? Reading a lot about different things, or just reading about different perspectives. And I think this is already like a starting process, right? Changing the mindset, reading something else, changing the perspective on something.
Yeah.
And I think when you're going more deeper in this process of changing the perspective, also ideas coming fluently, right? So take it easy.
So, what after that? What do you think that you can contribute to this good school ecosystem?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, actually, I wanted to do a sauerkraut workshop.
Ah,
So I'm going to prepare like a sauerkraut workshop maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow when the rain stops, and then we can do it. And after 28 days, we can eat together the sauerkraut. It's
oh
like
yeah,
a fermented thing. So I'm going to do this like a tiny thing to having like a meal together, eating together.
that's nice.
And also, when I'm coming back with the photography, maybe we can do an exhibition together, because Akbar, for example, he already did like a long research. He's an anthropologist, and I will compare the photographies with his research. I will not do my own research. I will just ask him to be involved in this exhibition. So I'm going to create something together with him for sure. And then also other people who want to get involved, making a sound, making a video, doing like the exhibition setup, would be very nice to do like an exhibition together, or creating like our own archive maybe together.
Yeah.
So that's an idea I'm thinking about right now. Creating an archive about nickel maybe, or creating an archive about our industry, global industries together. Yeah, that's an
good.
idea.
That's very nice. Did you ever talk with Salarasa,
Not yet.
Julie?
Not yet. I should write.
Oh, Bonit never talked about Salarasa.
No, not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
lot of things, lot of still.
Still, there's still a lot
Okay,
to see
I
and to
recommended
understand.
you to talk with Salarasa
Mhm.
to know more about uh, the local farmer in here
Mhm.
and all the hasilnya apa, all the harvesting that they can collect. They really on research about it. Now maybe can connect to your fermentation project.
Exactly. I think we can try to find references, right, on so many things.
Yeah.
It's mostly about. I'm really interested in the work from Abu Babuk right now, and he just created like a big atlas
Yeah.
about references, right? And
Yeah. You know what? They now, meatball, bakso.
yes, I know.
Bakso.
I already had the soup, meatball soup.
Yeah, in here very famous now.
Oh, yeah.
They have vegetable meatball.
Ooh, that's different.
Yes, it's no meat.
Nice.
It's a vegetables because it's from the. Wow.
We need to
I
continue.
I have to continue that project. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
But
much.
I think I have
See ya.
also
See you
finished
around,
this.
Angie.
Thank you so much, Frauke.
Terima
I hope you
kasih.
enjoy to be here.
Yes.
Deh.